The magical marketing formula that's been making people sales since 1900 all the way up to today. That's what I'm going to be drawing out on the screen for you live right now. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Marlon Sanders. I've been doing this full time since 1997, sold over 70,000 products online. But let's go ahead and jump into this formula, because today there's so many people talking about this and that and the other thing in your email, and it's so confusing. Oh, you need to be doing this. No, you need to be doing that. No, that doesn't work. Do this. No, that doesn't work. Do this. So that's why this formula is going to give you 100% clarity. So come closer and listen up as I draw this out. We've got several boxes here. This is box number 1. And box number 1 is the P. Now that's your product, and it's the thing that most people are hammering you with emails about. Oh, you need to sell this product. You need to sell agency. You need to sell Kindle books. No, don't sell Kindle, sell Audible. No, don't sell Audible, sell advertising to local businesses. No, don't do that, do that. Product. But product's only one little part of this equation here. So we're going to call that number 1 here. Now, number 2. Now, this one will be number 2. All right. Number 2 is the one everybody overlooks. That's the D, which stands for database. That's your database. In other words, this is where you store the information about each potential customer and each customer. Now, back in the 1900s, they did this using index cards. And on these index cards was the information about the prospect. And they actually had little tabs on there. For example, when they became a customer, they just cut off the tab, the P tab that said they were a prospect. And they kept a large amount of information on these little index cards. And they had them in huge catalogs, card catalogs. And they would pull these suckers out. They used a thing called the addressograph to create the addresses on the envelopes, and they used, I think it was called a linotype or mimeograph or something like that, to print off the letters, and they would stuff them, then mail those bad boys out. So this database, see, the database led to the third part here. Now, I'm going to do it like this. If we can take it here, move it on over here. Yeah, I can't write real good here. But, okay, that's not bad. That's good enough. We're going to move it over here. See, those letters were direct mail letters. But today, while we can send direct mail letters, for the most part, what we're sending are emails. Now, some people send text messages. You also got retargeting ads and so forth. But the idea is you have your database here with all the information on your prospects. You send them out emails, which is the equivalent of the old letters. And then they buy the product, but not until the next box. The next box is this one right here. And this box, we'll call this one, let's see here. Maybe I can use a different color for this one, because this one's important. So we'll do what? Red? All right, we'll try red here. There we go. And this is your PR. Now, everything lives and dies by this PR. That's your presentation. Because if they don't buy from your presentation, having a product, having a database, and sending out emails didn't do you any good, right? But once you do this presentation, then they go over here to the final box. We're going to make it green because the final box is the R. Now that's your repeat business. So you have your prospects in this database. You send them out emails. We're going to talk about how you get them in the database, but you send them emails. they get a presentation and they buy. Once they buy, you send them more emails from your database, and they buy on a repeat basis. And this is where the really big dollars come from, is that. Now, I think the important thing here is you have these emails here, which were the equivalent of direct mail. But you say, Marlon, how pray tell, did the people get up here in this database to begin with? How did the people get in the database? That's really a burning question. How? Now, back then, they did it through little ads. They ran ads in magazines and newspapers, and they would give away a free booklet or a little free, usually a booklet. And you would respond, and you went into the database. Now, today, we do free postings on social media, which they didn't have the benefit of. They had to pay for ads in newspapers and magazines. Today, we buy ads on all the social media, whether it's X or Facebook or Pinterest or TikTok or wherever, right? We buy ads and give away what we call today the lead magnet. Back then, it was just usually a free booklet, right? Back then, it was just a free booklet. So this, and I'll go ahead and delete all of this if I can here. Let's try this again. It's kind of hard to get a thing big enough. Let's see if that'll do it there. There we go. Got almost all of it. All right. See if I can get rid of this last little bit here. Oh, whoop. We'll just try a little eraser here. All right, beautiful. So this thing that I just showed you, this machine that I just showed you, I want you to think about this. This machine has been working since the 1900s. Now, today, what happens is all these people come along in emails and everything, and what are they pitching? See, what they're pitching is a product. But what they don't get, what I think most people don't get is this. About any product can make you money. If you know how to set up your database, you know how to hook the database up and have the right emails going out with the right message. And then when they click on those emails, they go to the right presentation, right? And then there's good follow-up so that you've got repeat business. So everybody, here's what's insane to me or like crazy. Everybody puts all the emphasis right here, over here on product. That's where everyone puts all their emphasis. Everyone puts all their emphasis on product. But where's the magic? What really makes you money? Think about that. What really makes you money? I don't think people really get it. What really makes you money is not this, and this is where everybody focuses. It's the database, which hardly anyone pays that much attention to it. People are really good at CRMs or working their database, but most people don't do crap with it. They just send out emails, right? But they don't put the effort into the emails. If they were spending money like they did with direct mail, the people that sent out direct mail in the old days, they had 12 stenographers in a room, all writing letters, personal letters to prospects all day long. We don't do that kind of thing today. There's a whole different level of sales copy in letters. And so today, emails, a lot of them are just crap and they're not taken seriously. And today, the presentations, which should be salesmanship in print, today the presentations are a lot more like the brochures, right? And instead of repeat business today, people just try to slam them for one big gigantic ticket sell, right? So this is very different it's very, it's very, very different than what we had, the original money machine, the original marketing money machine. Now, what I do is I work this money machine, but I typically do it with digital products. However, in my Wednesday night fast track coaching, we got one guy that runs a Botox clinic. We got one guy who's a programmer. We have a gal who's an email letter writer. We have another one with a hormone, like a hormone clinic, I guess. We have one who's really big, or two that are really big in life insurance sales, right? All of these people here are being trained, and we work on it every week to use this exact same money machine. In other words, now I sell digital products, but do you get that it doesn't matter what you're selling? So my specialty is digital products. If you want to know how I do that, you can go to producepromote.com, and that's my complete training course on how I make a full-time living, and done it since 1997, so creating, packaging, selling, delivering digital products. But in addition to that, we got all kinds of businesses in our fast track. I mean, it's amazing how that same method works for the Botox clinic, for the email writer who's actually helping in a landscape business, helping market it. It works if you got a hormone clinic, or one guy's writing a book. It works if you're writing a book. Works if you're selling life insurance, or another guy, Jim, just started a business, part-time business selling tools. You get that the same marketing method, the same method that's been working since 1900, and actually, to be honest, or to be accurate about it, it worked in like the late 1800s, like the 1880s, right? Because the AIDI formula, attention, interest, desire, action, AIDA, that was by, I think, St. Elmo, and that was like 1880s when he invented that formula. There was a memory guy, I have him, Lysand or something like that. I have him in my room, his book. He was selling memory training back pre-1900, using basically this same method. So the moral of this story is, the takeaways today are as follows. And please subscribe and share this if this is something other people need to hear, and subscribe so you don't miss out on my other videos. But the takeaways, number one, is if you're not paying attention to your database, you've got to. You've got to be paying attention to the quality of data in your database and how you're using your database. Number two, you need to put attention into emails as though you were sending them out in direct mail and you had to pay 50 cents or $1 for every letter that was mailed. That only makes sense, right? Number three, you realize the money's in the presentation, because if you got the database, you got the emails, direct mail letters, text, retargeting, text messages, but your presentation fails, then you don't have anything. And then number four, you've got to work this system to get the repeat business. And that's the whole business in a nutshell right there. This right here is everything, right? This right here is everything. So if you want to do this, though, there's two calls to action. Number one, if you want to be in my fast track, you can go to fasttrack.club for info. If you want to know how I make a full-time living creating, producing, packaging, selling, delivering info products, go to producepromote.com. Be sure to subscribe And again, share this if there's a friend that's chasing bright and shiny objects and they really just need to hear this message. I do thank you for your time today, and I'll see you on another video.